What's up guys, it's Randoms, and I'm here showcasing a build by Bibzuda98, I believe his username is. Of course I could be totally mispronouncing that, but he posted a video on the OmniKraft website, posting a secret door of sorts. You know, there are a lot of videos of flush piston doors that have a side entrance. This is more of a vertical drop down that he made, and I'm not sure if it's totally his design or tutorial, but I thought it was a pretty neat concept, not used that often. Now also uses what am I trying to say? Not T-switches, T flip-flops, that's it. T flip-flops to create the magic, essentially. So, you know, it goes over here. This would be your kind of on active state. And then when you come inside, or want to come inside, you have a button, or you have some sort of device that can create a pulse. He uses a hopper connected, I'm sure, to some circuit. And then it'll come in and you just drop down in here. Now I will leave his video in the description. It's a very easy thing to build. My issue is that it takes a good bit of space and doesn't use any of it. But you know, it works. It's simple, and it kind of teaches you some basics about redstone. And I'm more of a switch user, so I haven't really messed with flip-flops that much, so it's good for me to learn. So I took this design, and I was messing with it because I wanted to make it smaller. And so the first thing I was able to get stable was this 6x6 design. I don't really count this block, it's not really part of the design. These, it kind of has some circuitry to prevent issue with this, so I'll count that block. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so it basically just takes all the circuits that were around here and pushes them down and over underneath it. So where this was 6 by 10, and this was actually a slightly shorter version than he used, because he had 4 repeaters set to 1 tick instead of 1 to 4. It's the same thing, it doesn't matter which way you do it. So this way just shortens it. And I believe he had a redstone torch right here instead of right there. I just pulled it in to save an extra block, but this is still 6 by 10. And so this is 6 by 6. So it's a good bit smaller. It does sacrifice a little bit of vertical, so you'd have to dig down a little bit more. But it's also pretty excuse me, it's pretty basic to build. It uses all these same concepts that he goes over in his video, with the flip-flop here, the flip-flop here, the main kind of input bridge. But what I will be doing kind of a tutorial on is how to make this version of it. This, you do need an extra block higher than you do here for these 2 repeaters, and it does go lower, but it is only 5 by 4 in terms of the X and Z floor space that it uses. So it's very compact in that sense, and it still really doesn't take up that much room. And so I will actually show you how to build this version of it. It does the exact same thing as the other. 1 switch turns it on, 1 switch, or rather 1 push turns it off. And you can actually use this with multiple inputs. just to show you. Work with that, and then work again. Doesn't matter which one you use. You could actually use as many inputs as you wanted, as long as they connected to this central bridge. But really, you don't need more than 2. So I'll show you how to make this version of it. You want to start out. It's kind of a junk block. Build up build up to here. This is going to be your base for the pistons, and also the power block for these 2. So here you want a piece of redstone, and then you want to get some more whatever blocks. Build 3 here. Then you take a redstone repeater, set it to 4 ticks. Redstone repeater, set it to 3 ticks. Redstone here, redstone here, redstone here, and then break this block. And so here, you want to dig underneath this first piston here into a line of 4, and then go 2 deep with that. And here we're going to use his same T flip-flop design. Break this block, put a redstone torch there, put another junk block there, put more junk blocks here, torch there, redstone across the top. This is also part of your input line. That's why I'm using this particular color for it. Then, in order to connect it, what you want to do is you come down here, redstone there, redstone repeater here, no ticks, or rather 1 tick, because it's by default 1, and redstone to connect it right there. And so now come over here. In order to provide power for this block, put this block here and put a repeater here. Now what you want to do is put redstone here, break this block, put redstone here, go underneath this block. I guess I accidentally left that from a previous build when I was practicing this. But anyways, so go underneath this block and put a redstone torch there. And then you can kind of just fill this back in. And so this is going to be part of your second flip-flop. And so what you want to do is start building essentially the bridge up to here. So you can place blocks like that, and then come out 1 and up, break that, then come out here, out, up, or rather up, out, sorry, then bring this one out, up, out, 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 oops, like that. And so you take the redstone, kind of guide it up here. You see it connects down to that central part, and you lead it up here to here, where you have the redstone repeater, set it to 4 ticks, another repeater, set it to 3 ticks. You will notice on both his video and this build, a very, very, very important part of this whole thing is making sure that these 2 and these 2 are the same. Just like over here with the original build, this and this were the same. So that's really critical to making this particular design work. Now all you have to do to finish is stick a sticky piston facing down and your last junk block. And so you just take one more repeater, put it right here, no ticks necessary, and just wherever you want your output to be. So just to test it, I'll put this right here. as you can see, it works perfectly. I will note that for this one, you'll probably want to hide this for yourself or any visitors. So it is very easy to just build up a wall like that, and that does not create any extra connections, so the design still functions exactly as it should. So yeah, there's that. Now, as I said, I'm more of a switch guy, and so you can see here I've kind of built a design, again, drop-in secret design, using switches. It is higher, it does take up more vertical space. That's mainly because of the way that this particular part of it works. You need this extra buffer room, otherwise if you like went one down, that particular one, it doesn't matter. But let's say you go to here, if this one is on, you see how that actually gets the signal from that part of it, and actually, yeah, it still gets the signal from that part. Or no, it's just getting the regular signal, sorry. But, yeah, so you need this extra 2-block buffer room. Unfortunately, if you want to stack it like this. However, it is the smallest of any the designs so far. In terms of your floor space, this only takes up 3 by 5. And you can actually use this part as your, walkout room. And again, it doesn't matter. Putting these does not create any extra connection problems. So if you just want to leave people out this way after you dig all this stuff down, that'll work. And so what this does, the problem with switches, as opposed to buttons or anything like that that create a pulse, switches create a constant signal. And so without a means to prevent them from interfering with each other, then one of them will actually control your device. The other is essentially a dummy. If you want to test this, put a iron door down and then a switch on both sides of it. Flip one on. It doesn't matter whatever you do to the other switch. It will not essentially change the door at all. And so that's where this bottom part comes in. I will actually leave the link to this as well in the description. This is an exclusive OR gate. What this does is it essentially says that it will turn on when either of these are turned on, but not when both are. And this is also extremely simple to build, and probably the most compact exclusive OR gate that can be made in Minecraft at this time. Serious props to the guy that made this. But so you just start out with the 3x3 square with one out in the middle. Put down redstone torches in a triangle like this. Repeater here, and then fill in the rest of these spots with redstone. Now, this is going to be one input, this is going to be the other input, and then your output is over here, and you also need 2 more torches right there. So then this is your output. What this does is to make it to where, see how this is on, and this is on. So it turns these to off, and then this to on, and then these to off. And so that creates your off state. But if you turn one of these back off, so now that only one is on, it is now active. Now that both are off, it is now off. One on, active, both on, off. That's just what it does. And so, personally, I kind of take these two designs over that one. They do take up more floor space. This is, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 by 5. 7 by 6, sorry. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 by 5, so 7 by 5 and 7 by 6. These vary in the way that you want your people to come out. This is the same as those designs. You want people to come out this way, and building those extra blocks to the side won't do anything. This, you want people to come out this way, and again, filling in stuff like that, it doesn't do anything. These are they are essentially based off of flush piston doors. There are millions of it. Well, not millions, but there are several videos that show how to make a basic piston door, where you'd actually have 2 rows of these, 2 blocks here for cover, and then 2 pistons right here. To actually use this exact just about design. The only thing I made different is that it has this backstop here, and it has the exclusive OR gate right next to it. I actually used this on one of my homes on the vanilla server to get in and out of my secret base, which I might do a video on, and it just has this hidden away underground. But anyways, that's all for today. Hope I maybe showed you something, and have a great Minecraft experience.